Happy Thursday to you, everyone. Hope you're doing well out there. Has life sometimes gotten in the way of your formal training sessions? You're just having a hard time carving it all out. Trying to get your dog out there and work on that heel, work on that sit, work on that down, work on that place, all those other behaviors. Get off my furniture, quit barking at everybody. Don't be pulling me down the road, and every darn thing else you can imagine. I hear it all the time. I hear it from my clients that say, Bryan, I've been busy. Work has expected more from me. My kids' events and this and that and everything else. They all go, man, I just wish I had a dog like Captain, your old dog, cattle dog. I wish I did. I wish all my dogs have ever owned. None of them have ever been like him. He's a really cool dog. You a cool dog, cattle dog? You a cool dog, buddy? Yeah. And then sometimes people even write in, they'll say, well, yeah, Bryan makes it look easy because he owns one of the smartest breeds there is. And I have 2 points on that. Number one, that's smart of me to own one of the smartest breeds that there is. There you go, man. That's a little hint. And number two, hey, just because he's smart, I couldn't hand him a video, give him a book to read, or just watch some program and hopefully he'll pick everything up on his own. No, the work still has to be put into it. You still have to train your dog. So that being said, no one's got time to do multiple formal training sessions per day. I don't have time for it. You don't have time for it. But what I do have time for is teachable moments. That's right. Teachable moments. Think of it kind of like OJT, on-the-job training. Every dog I've owned, ever since I was a small lad in Alaska, every dog I've owned, anytime I was around them, it was a training moment. It was a teachable moment. Meaning I didn't let things just slip by that should not be addressed, that should not have been addressed. If I gave a command, I made sure I was capable of enforcing that command, making it happen. When Captain was growing up in our household, now he's no longer on a leash or anything, but when he was growing up in our household, he was always on a long leash. And if he wasn't on a long leash, well then, many times, he was in a box. There you go, buddy. Good job, dude. Yeah, because why? I didn't have the ability to be consistent with him. I didn't have the ability to give those teachable moments. I was writing a book, writing an article, dealing with clients, just doing personal things around the home. And I'm such a stickler that if I ever tell my dog to lay down, I want to be able to make it happen. If I tell my dog to come to me, I want to be able to make it happen. So all of that being said, anytime Captain was out of his box, come on out of there, dude. Or if he wasn't in the backyard or something like that, if he was ever around me when he was a young dog, he was hooked up to a long line. Gal dog, leash up. There you go, buddy. And I always made it a point to always carry around a few treats on me. Yeah, just a few. Don't have that many. And trust me, I've had more than a few go through the wash machine. Just ask Kira. Yeah, I forgot they were in there. Be careful with the soft treats. They can really not just ruin your clothes, but they can also ruin that $900 washing machine that you have as well. But yeah, I've told you before, I'm always working on attention, motivation, cognition. Are you smart enough to know what it is that I'm trying to teach you? Can you pick that thing up? Can you process it? Can you learn it? How do you deal with it? And I'm always looking for attention. So again, I encourage you that not every moment with your dog has to be a formal training session where you're saying, okay, I've got 15 minutes. We're going to work on that heel. We're going to work on that sit. We're going to work on that down. No, sometimes you just kick back in your house, maybe watching a little TV, maybe reading a book, checking out your emails, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom, there's a treat. People ask me all the time, Bryan, how do you get Captain to pay such attention to you? Well, from the time he's a wee little dog, that's exactly what I did. Yeah, and when I didn't have the time for that, I didn't have the energy for that, I just put him up. So then when he was around me, he never knew if there's a treat that's going to appear on my body or a ball. There he goes. Yeah, I think he thinks that I always have a ball on me. There we go. You bring it back. There it goes again. Never know when that's going to happen. Kind of like a little jack in the box. It's way cool, and it really garners a lot of attention from him. But also the long line was for one of those times when Captain wasn't such a good dog. When he hopped up on furniture, I didn't want him on. Then I could say, hey, off, because why? He was on a long leash. When he would bark at things that I didn't really feel warranted a bark. I could say quiet. I had him on a long leash. I can make it happen. And when I tell him, come, I can make it happen. Absolutely. Any command that I gave at any given moment, I could make happen. And so that I may have only called him once in the last 3 hours. Free. I may have only thrown the ball 3 times in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, this is what you do. These are called teachable moments. Teachable moments. Down. There you go. I just got it down in. Boom, there goes the ball. If you want, Captain, you want the dog that I own, a way cool dog, one that is absolute joy, one that lowers my blood pressure, never raises it on a daily basis, an animal that is truly my friend, a dog that I don't know what I will do when the day comes and we separate our ways because one of us passes. Well, if I go first, I don't need to worry about it. But he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. He's a very cool dog. But I'm telling you what, I earned some of that coolness. Some of that coolness can be credited right back to me, right back to Kira, because we are that consistent and we believe that you don't have to rely upon just 10-minute sessions here, 15 there. When your dog is around you, you have the opportunity to exploit teachable moments. On-the-job training. It doesn't take anything. It just has to take the willingness to say, hey, I want this thing. This is what I want. And I'm willing to put forth the effort because you're a puppy. I have to allow you to get a little bit older first. I got to let maturity set in. So for about the first year and a half I own you, I've got to make that commitment. And that year and a half with Captain went by about 3 years ago. Actually, no, let's make that about 4 years ago, trying to do my math here. Let me add it up here on my fingers. That being said, he's pretty much been naked ever since. Yeah, he hardly ever wears a collar. Like right now, I put this collar on only for this little Facebook Live. If I want to put a collar on, tell him, collar up. He comes over, puts his head in there. We do it. I put the long line on. Yeah, man, throw the ball. Have a great time. He can go get the ball, brings it right back here. And because of that, I have the ability to gain his attention at any moment. I can snap him out of whatever he's concentrating on and now make him concentrate on me. I've given you many videos, focusing videos, attention, motivation, cognition, biologically prepared learning. I've talked to you about carving out those training moments because those are needed. They are needed. Dogs need to have flashcards. What's that 1+1 card? What's that 1+1 card? What's that 1+1 card? Till they've got it perfect. But then so many of us take off that leash, take off that collar. Let me take it off, buddy. There you go. And we think we're done. Yep. Now we're just going to kick back here, watch a little TV. In other words, we think that class is out. Maybe that's what we got accustomed to when we went to school. But unless your dog is put away, class is always in. So keep that in mind. Teachable moments. On-the-job training. I personally will tell you that Captain's ability to do what you've seen on all of these videos, his entire demeanor, how he can calm down at a moment's notice, be quiet, be playful, is all, I guarantee you 90% of that, I can attribute to teachable moments, not formal training sessions. So give it a shot. Give me some feedback and let me know what you think. Practice. Dog's out of that box. Go, gal dog. It's always a teachable moment. Bree, have a great day.